A long time ago, on a planet where people once didn't give a shit, words were often uttered freely. Man, woman and child communicated in a way in which was scorned upon by the upper classes. Bluntly. New Labour quickly took this away from us, and people were chained to limited vocabulary, until a brave knight of wordsmithery entered the fray and freed us from this time of conversational woe. He was called Kanye. He showed the world what is right, and through his "I don't give a fuck you, you asshole" mentality, smited the evil lords Blair and Cameron. In his honour, the people of Teccles Cake carry on this journey. This is what we don't like. Hear us roar!
Hello and welcome to Teccles Cake. Now, I cannot abide personal method of transportation that doesn't involve either A, a bike, or B, your legs. Now, there have been many attempts over the years to make personal transportation work that doesn't involve either of those two, but they've all ended up being dangerous, irritating, and extremely embarrassing. Now, the Sinclair C5 is a clear example of that. He was buzzing around on roads at head height, so you know that was obviously awkward and a horrible flop when only 14,000 were sold. Next up, we've got the amazing Segway, which is supposed to revolutionise our lives, but unfortunately the guy who owned the company killed himself using one when he flew off a cliff and hit a river and died due to the injuries he sustained riding it or falling off the cliff. Then we've got the Air Wheel. Now this thing's extremely embarrassing. It's about that big, and the smugness levels of people using them is just unbearable to witness, and they terrorise the streets. There's hipsters on skateboards. They're even worse. They're impractical. They don't even look cool, and they carry them around most of the time, piss people off on tubes with them. And then there's the worst of all. There's the fucking micro scooters, and it's bad enough if your kids go around them, but when you're a grown adult and you fly around on a pavement, just because the wheels are bigger, it doesn't make it, bigger than your kid's one, doesn't make it cool. And I've had the absolute pleasure of witnessing 2 grown adults faceplant off them in the last couple of months alone.
Cables, right? Everything should be wireless. We can do it. We can put a man on the moon. Everything should be wireless. I have an idea for an extreme sport. You put a bunch of cables in a box, you take one end out, you tie it around something, you take the other end out, jump off a cliff. You will not fall. 0% fatality rate. Now there's one thing. Power, okay, that has to be wired at the moment. But that brings me on to battery life. Why do people make things these days and there's no battery life? Giant screens, they suck up the power, 3 hours, they're dead. It's pointless. Come on, work on it, guys. Batteries. So it kind of relates to my next point, which is USB charging. It's like Apple have got it right. They charge £1 million for everything they sell, but they've got it right. Things charge quickly. USB charging is rubbish. You got things like the cable, you put it in one way, it doesn't work, put it in the other way, it doesn't work, okay, it works the first way. Why can't they just make it symmetrical? It's not that hard. So now another one, which is kind of unrelated, is physical letters. I don't know why they send them anymore. Physical letters should be reserved for things like birthdays, for things like if you want to be personal for something, but all these bank statements you get in the mail, it's like, just send it to me via an email, it's easy. And then my last one, I think I'll finish on, is the whole of the Ubuntu operating system. Any Linux operating system, really. They're just absolutely terrible. The amount of times I've installed one and then 20 minutes later, the entire operating system is corrupt and broken. I haven't even touched the thing. Sometimes I'll shut down, start up, it's broken. I hate them. Guys, just stop trying. Just stop trying. Leave it to Windows.
I'm going to moan about something that really pisses me off, and that's crappy broadband speeds. Now, you're watching on the internet, it might be fine for you. You might be watching this, it's all good. Everyone else might be saying, like that annoying little buffering wheel going round and round and round. When will it end? But it's not the slowness of the internet, it's the perceived fastness. So you get fibre optic, super fast broadband. No, it's not. That's absolute rubbish. I've got it in my flat. It struggles to let me watch Netflix and go on a website at the same time. And that's the problem. We've got all this technology and it's all amazing, it all interconnects, but I can't bloody use it at the same time, so what's the point? Case in point, PS Vita. Brilliant. You can use it to stream PS3 games, PS4 games. Amazing. I can sit anywhere and I can play them over the internet. No, I can't. I can play like 5 frames per second of Shadow of the Colossus, which is a 10-year-old game. What's the point? PlayStation Now, they've just announced you can stream games through your smart TV. Can you fuck? It's not going to work, is it? Obviously, until they sort out and actually rip up all the phone lines, rip up all the cables and just start again. At the moment, we're living in some kind of like you know, teasing like glimpse of the future where it's there, but it's not. Sure, you can try and fix it, but that's basically like dumping your face into a bucket of shit over and over and over, hoping it's going to turn into water magically, because there's so many different variables, so many different options. Oh, is it that it's on the wrong bandwidth frequency? Is it that there's you need to do port forwarding? Is it, I don't care, just come, give me fast internet like I'm paying for. And finally, don't get me started on 3G, 4G speeds, because it's all just a massive lie. I've upgraded to 4G last month. Whoa, hey, how exciting. Can I notice any difference? Of course I can't. Still loads pages, you know, fairly quickly, but it does feel a little bit like an IT class in 1999 when you were excited going, oh, come on, what's coming next? Oh, there's the eyes, there's the eye, oh, there's the... whatever would be below the eyes in pictures you're looking at on the internet. But it just really pisses me off, like FaceTime, do you know what I mean? Great, in films you watch people on FaceTime, it's like they're talking to a HD window of a lovely, amazing person that's right there and reacting exactly to what they say. For me, it's like talking to about 9 pixels, going, and it really doesn't feel like I'm in the future. It feels like an outdated 80s version of what they thought we'd be doing in the future. But it is the future, so can't we just upgrade our internet speeds and to make it all work, and then we can all be happy, and then you'll be watching this and super smooth. And I'm just going to shut up now because I'm using up your broadband.